Listen up. I won't mince my words, and so pay close attention. Tough love is what you need now, and that's what you're getting from me today by the truckload. Let's face it, you're here because your ex-girlfriend left you. You probably cried and begged her not to dump you. You probably texted her to death and stalked her Instagram stories like a pathetic little simp. Surprise, surprise. All that didn't do shit because you didn't know jack about how a woman's mind actually operates. You have zero clue about the female psyche, and it shows. This is your lucky break because you found me here today. And in the next few precious minutes, I'm going to teach you how to bend that stubborn little brat's reality so hard, she'll come crawling back on all fours, sobbing in your arms. And believe me when I say this, my knowledge is not for the weak. If you want hugs and rainbows, go talk to your therapist. What I've got for you is a blunt force mindfuck designed to dismantle her resistance and rewire her emotional circuits until you're all she can think about. So grab your balls, if you still have any left, and let's get into the pattern break plus fractionation protocol for snatching your ex's soul right out of her self-righteous post-breakup delusions. Let's go. First, let's address your biggest mistake. You keep trying to get her back. If you keep sending those I miss you texts, or if you keep posting gym selfies hoping she notices, or if you keep asking her mates how she's doing, guess what happens every time you do that? She gets wetter for the next guy and drier for you than the Sahara in July. As I teach in Shogun Method at shogunmethod.com, the female brain is wired to resist direct suggestion. The moment she even suspects you're trying to get her back, she locks the gates tight. As you'll see, there are 3 certainties in the female psyche. 1. Begging isn't attractive. 2. Predictability is boring. And 3. Certainty kills desire. Once she knows your game, she checks out. She's wired to chase ambiguity. She craves chaos more than comfort. So the first rule of the pattern break is simple. Shut the hell up. No texts, no likes, no story views, no drunk messages at 2 in the morning. Instead, you vanish like a ghost. The reason is simple. Because silence is loud and absence triggers intrigue. As any Shogun Method practitioner knows, the road to emotional enslavement starts with intrigue. We call this the Rake model, and it's essential knowledge to every Shogun. Download the free book at iremodel.com and come back here if you haven't done that. After the first step, the next thing to do is to break the pattern. After 3 to 4 weeks of no contact, her itch starts. She wonders why the puppet stopped dancing. She might throw you a bait text like, "Hey." Good, because that's the crack in the wall. Now, you don't rush in like a desperate little bitch. You disrupt the script by sending something that makes absolutely no sense. Here's a nonsensical line favored by many of your brother Shoguns. "I swear to God if I drink cinnamon wine again, I'm legally dead." She'll be surprised and she'll ask you why. "I guarantee this." To which you reply, "Long story, hangover." This completely disrupts her frame. She expected remorse and regret from you. Instead, she got mystery and a taste of a life that has clearly moved on from her. You're in control now, and you keep it going on the same path. Now, she's stuck inside your frame. You never talk about the past or bring up the breakup, and you're definitely not trying to win her back. Because as a Shogun, you understand you're playing psychological chess, and she's holding the wrong piece. Now that she's off balance, it's time to go full emotional ninja with the third step, the frame control. You talk to her only when you feel like it. You flirt without being too direct. You tease her while staying emotionally detached. You don't give a shit about how she feels or reacts to you. Importantly, you give her nothing solid. No closure, no certainty, no reassurance of any kind about anything. This is your new reality. You are not chasing her. She's the one wandering into your world. This is the new frame, a frame you control. And trust me when I say this, she'll inevitably ask you what went wrong. This will happen, believe me. That's bait, so don't take it. Instead, you swerve so hard, she gets whiplash. For example, let's say she asks you, "Do you think we'll ever get back together?" Again, hit her with a nonsensical intrigue ping like this. "I've been learning to salsa. I didn't know my hips could move like that." That's a silly line to chumps who don't know better, but to the smart, that's calculated brilliance. With intrigue pings, you're keeping her in emotional limbo. And that leads us to the crown jewel of Shogun Method, the legendary fractionation technique. Get this. Fractionation is not some feel-good trick. It's not therapy fluff, but a sledgehammer. This is the weapon of mass emotional destruction. If you want her obsessed with you, staring at her phone like a crackhead waiting for a dealer, then it's time. Take her on the most twisted emotional ride of her life. Here's an example. You're texting one night. Things are flirty. She says, "I miss this." You reply, "Same. Kinda feels good to talk again." Then you vanish for 12 hours. She follows up. You respond with, "Oh, sorry, I was learning to paint octopuses. Abstract style, you'd hate it." She's stunned. And that's the goal. You keep her guessing. You whip her nervous system around until your presence becomes the only stable thing she can crave. Is this manipulation? Well, yes, it is. But let's be honest. If you're not manipulating her emotions and directing them to you, she's already handed them over to some other guy who is. And eventually, if you've done the 4 steps right, she breaks. She'll spill her feelings for you, floating the idea of trying again. She'll beg for another shot. And this is where most of you mess up. You leap in like a Labrador on crack. "Yes, let's get back together, baby." And guess what happens? She instantly checks out. Game over. She won, and you lost. You crash harder than Superman getting shot by a bolt of kryptonite between Wonder Woman's thunder thighs. Instead, here's the classic Shogun method move. Deny her the finish line. Say this. I don't know. Things feel different now. Let's just see what happens." Now she's spiraling. Now she has to prove she deserves you. She'll try harder, work harder, and seduce harder. And as the Shogun, you'll remain in full control. Once she's orbiting you again, don't go soft. You stay the course and keep the tension strong. Stick her on the emotional roller coaster. Make her feel safe one moment and dangerous the next. Let her feel desired one day and uncertain the next. That's what keeps her hooked. Because as a Shogun, you learn this about how women work. She's not sticking with you because you're nice. She's staying because you hijacked her nervous system, and she can't help it. We're adult men, so let's not sugarcoat this. What I just gave you is dangerous. You are playing with fire. You are altering a woman's emotional programming, and it could hurt her badly. This is the kind of game that ends with your name tattooed on her arse and tears in your voicemail at 3 a.m. But let's face it, the nice guy route already failed you. Flowers, apologies, and being there for her counted for crap. Now you have something that works, the nuclear option. You now have Shogun method. My advice to you is this. You must use it wisely. This is a slight detour, but an important one. Shogun method bestows true power over women in your hands, but you must control this power through your virtue and conscience. Never, ever use Shogun method for evil. And one final thing. If you want the full playbook on fractionation, mind control, and other psychological warfare tactics, join the Shogun Method online masterclass. Go to fractionation.org and sign up today. But remember, this isn't for soft hearts, hopeless romantics, or the emotionally fragile. If you're ready to be the anti-hero in her love story, the one she can't escape no matter how hard she tries, then it's time to move. Let me be crystal clear. The Shogun Method Masterclass at fractionation.org isn't for everyone. If you're still clinging to pick-up lines, nice guy fantasies, or whatever crap your therapist told you, stay far away. Once you enter the world of Shogun Method, there's no return. This isn't just some dating advice you find randomly on YouTube. This is emotional warfare that rewires her desire from the inside out. But there's a cost to Shogun Method, and it's not just money. To be a Shogun, you'll have to kill the weakling inside you. To be a Shogun, you'll have to reject everything you were taught about love. To be a Shogun, you'll have to accept one cold, hard truth. Women crave men's dominance over them, even if they never admit it. If you can't handle that, walk away now. But if you're done being forgotten, ignored, or ghosted, if you're ready to become the man she obsesses over for life, then this is your one chance. Go to fractionation.org and watch the Shogun Method Masterclass. Learn what can't be taught anywhere else. Click the link in the first comment under this video. Join the Shogun Method movement or get left behind. Your choice. Fractionation.org